Hello, nice to see you again. Ready for another craft? This time we're going to do a frog out of an oatmeal box. How do you like that? So, start off with an oatmeal box. I'll show you the different components. Now this one I cut out a mouth. I did this ahead of time. You didn't need to wait for me to do this stuff. And I put a little circle to put on top because it's indented otherwise. You need an X-Acto knife, some cardboard for legs and feet, a paper towel roll for eyes, our handy tape that we can't live without, and some cardstock for the front feet and the tongue, and then paints and brushes. So we're going to start out by taping, and that's the main thing I need to show you how to tape it together. So you cut out this mouth. It's a little crooked because it's tough to use an X-Acto knife, but that's okay because it makes it more interesting. So, take our handy tape, which we just love. This white tape, you've got to get it. You can paint on it. Okay. And tape this down. By now you should be very proficient at taping things together. And if you notice it, all the crafts that we do, nothing is very expensive at all. It's just stuff you got around the house, bits and pieces of things. And that's what being a crafter is all about. Otherwise, if you're going to spend money, might as well just go out and buy it brand new already done. But the satisfaction of doing it yourself out of stuff that you already had around the house, that's what it's all about. Let's see. Okay. One more. See, I just tape the bottom here, and then you press it in. That's amazing. And you know, even after it's painted, when it's dry, you can press this and firm it up. So you can keep pressing it. It's really great. You can keep working with it. Okay, now here for the eyes. Now, the eyes have these. Everything can be taped. It's just so great. And what I like about taping versus gluing is this is more secure. Gluing it, I'll move the paints out of the way right now. I tried with a hot glue gun, but it can pull apart. So, and then this is kind of a paper craft too, a cardboard oatmeal box thing, and so tape works very well with that. Okay, see that? And then I'll take the other one. When you cut out this paper towel roll, I use an X-Acto knife. And then, or you could start it with an X-Acto knife and finish it with the scissors. That's fine. Okay, so then here is, there you go. Now I got to look at this or they're not going to go on straight. These are funny looking eyes. There. So, take this tape and put it right in the bottom of the eye here. trying to do all this backwards is so challenging for me. Okay. One eye. See, it's so easy to tape together. And the paint holds it on, too. So you've got a very secure craft. It's not fragile. That's what I like about this. Go. See? There they are. Now, to make this, guys, see this guy? He needs to go over a bit. Let's see. All right. Now to make these secure, then I tape across it. Tape it 2 ways. Then you know they're not going to budge. And if somebody wants to pick it up and look at it, they can. Kids can do this with the help of their parents. It's really fun. Or if you're me, my age, takes all of your skill just to make this little thing. All right, now see that eyeball? He needs to go over. Never be afraid to adjust and correct. Okay? Pretty good, huh? All right. A little sideways, that's okay. That's the personality. Okay, now let's do the tongue. So you take a strip. This is cardstock. And I'm going to roll this down for the top and then roll it up for the bottom. And by the way, when you paint it, it's probably going to go straight as you paint it. But when it dries, you can roll it up again. See, isn't that so cute? His little tongue. Very easy to do. And it tapes right in there. And I have to turn it around and look at it. And I would say to the side of the mouth, it gives it more personality. There's his tongue. Pretty cute. Now these are really great. These are the front legs. And so you can see the basic shape. Just cut them out with 3 toes each. So, see how easy this is? This goes down. All right, there's one. And then there. That's his front feet. Now the side legs, they're very cool. So I cut out a piece of cardboard. You know, just cardboard that comes with boxes and things. And I cut out this foot, 3 toes. And you put it, a slot down there. Put this in. And that's his leg. And so, tape together. So much easier. Believe me, you really can't glue it. Tape is the way to go. So, I'll go like this. And you're going to paint over it, so. And by the way, this one I did 1 coat, and I'm going to do a 2nd coat tomorrow when it dries good. And then it'll look great. You can fill it with sand if you want, and make two of them and they can be bookends. And if you figure out a way to do the lid so you can take the lid off, I guess you could make it a bank and they could put money in the mouth and then take off the thing. But that's up to you. Okay, see? Isn't that cute? Now I'll make the other one. See how easy this goes together? It's really fun. This goes right in there. See, it's easy to cut out. You can trim away. Maybe you need to trim as you go, you know, make it a little skinnier. And this tape is very forgiving. You just take it off and redo. And it works. It's very secure. See how secure this foot is? Very nice. You can get this tape, as a matter of fact, at Lakeshore Learning Center. I might as well tell you because I don't know if you know otherwise where you can get it. So we got the two legs, and I have to look at it. You got to position them. See, the first time I did it, the legs were all touching each other, and that just won't do. So I took them off and redid them. Okay, oops. Sorry about that, Mr. Frog. All right. Oh, this is easier said than done. You just can't do it backwards very well, at least I can't. Okay. All right. One leg. Now, you could paint all these parts, but then the only way to get it on is you'd have to glue them. Well, I find that it is more secure to tape it all together and then just paint as you go. Let's see here. Okay. Now, to make it super secure, then you go across, you do down, and so now you do horizontal, and nothing is going to hold, and it is not going to come undone. So cute. See? Look how, isn't that great? That is not gonna, a child can play with it and it's not gonna come apart. I think you'd make a real cute bank, or fill it with sand and make them bookends. That'd be cute too. Or just let it be a frog that you play with. I mean, you could put a bug on its tongue. That'd be very funny. Alright, so there we go. It's all taped together. Alright, now, then we start in painting. And I'm not going to take a lot of time painting because it really takes time to paint. But I poured out the paints on here, and you really want something like this. You're a lot less likely to waste paint. Okay? So, I'm going to start out with the eyes. Why would you paint white on white? Well, it just, somehow it looks better to paint it. And each color has a different brush. Have a lot of brushes and don't rinse between and then use another. It's not like watercolors. You want each one to have its own brush. Okay, there, done with that one. And I'm going to wait for that to dry, and then I'll put the eyeballs on, or the little, you know, irises. And okay. So then let's do the tongue. Okay. And I use the Super Brights for tempera, and that makes a more stunning frog, because you want it to just be so remarkable that people comment on your frog, how great it looks, and that the child enjoys playing with it because it's so good looking and she's proud of it. Okay, so, and this thing, it might, you know, you might have to straighten it out to paint it. That's okay, because when it's dry, roll it around a pencil again, and it'll curl. Okay, and you can do the underneath of the tongue also. Oh, by the way, these are tempera paints. They're not acrylics. And it works just fine. Tempera on paper is super good, and cardboard, it works really well. You need acrylics on plastic and wood. Okay, got my handy dandy wet rag here. Now let's do the inside of the eyes, okay? That's all for the, do I have any more red? No, that's the only red. Okay, inside of the eyes. This is tricky, but you can do it. I would say go backwards and do it behind. And then also I think it'd be good to do 2 coats, unless the child, sometimes kids feel like they're done. After 1 coat, it's perfect, and they don't want to do any other coats. Sometimes an older child might want to get more detailed. Whatever, I guess if they feel like they're done, then they're done. That's that. But other kids might want to labor over it, and as they grow in their art ability too, they'll want to spend a little more time with it. You can actually spot a real artist in preschool. And yeah, you can just tell right away. But artist or not, everybody is something of an artist, and it's a good way to express yourself. So I'll do 1 eye for starters. See? That wasn't hard at all to do. Okay? So I did 1 eye. Now do a leg. Okay? How are we doing for time? Are we getting up there? I just want to do some for you to give you an idea, and I'm not going to finish it because that would be too long for our video, because our video is always a short one. See if you're careful. Now a child might end up getting some of the blue on the red part and all that. It's okay. You can touch it up later if they want, or just let it be. Then I would do the underneath of the leg too. The more you can do, the cuter it is. Oh, this is so fun. It's like addicting. I'm just going to do 1 leg to show you. Okay, 1 leg, okay? And a tongue. And then we got, okay, you can see all the green here. Now I'm going to show you these spots. The spots are quite fun. So they got purple in the middle. And do you know, because it's on this, and I didn't prime it, I'll tell you what. You may have to sand it a little bit, or prime it with a flat paint. Okay, we're not going to even touch that now. I'm going to start out with the, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'll start out with the green then. So, you either peel off this outer thing here, or you do a flat primer, which would just be just white, and let that dry, and then you can paint the color over it. So I'm just gonna finish up this eye. So are we about out of time? Okay. All right. So anyway, you get the general idea, and I'm having too much fun. I'll tell you what I'll do here. I'm just going to do this eyeball here, okay? Oh, Mr. Eye. So, it's nice to see you, and this is basically what it's going to look like. Just let you get a good look at it, and see you next time. Bye-bye.